Welcome to the Global Wellness HQ family of podcasts. We are your international headquarters for resources and ideas and insight in relation to the 9 elements of holistic wellness. Join us as we interview local and international wellness experts and learn how you can implement and improve one element or dimension of wellness at a time. Our experts will share their practical tips on wellness in one of these core areas: emotional, intellectual, occupational, physical, environmental, financial, spiritual, social, or habitual. We created our family of podcasts as a resource for anyone who is looking to integrate the 9 elements of holistic wellness into their daily lives. Welcome to the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Cash Flow Club, the podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to share some ideas on how you can increase your inbound cash flow, or just for short, inflow. And this is really truly about new revenue streams, finding new products or new services to help your clients. So I'm going to share one of my favorite Jeffisms, and that is fall in love with your client, not your product or service. And what that does is if you truly fall in love with them, you're going to look for ways to add value to them. So there are at least 9 different membership programs, maybe more. This area is evolving over time. But basically, what we want to do, it's substantially cheaper to offer new products and services, cheaper and lower risk to offer new products and services to existing customers than it is to try and find new customers. In fact, I don't know how this statistic is aged, but at one point it was 6 to 7 times more expensive to find a new customer than it is to get an existing customer to spend more money with you. So offering new products or services to your existing clients is by far one of the fastest and cheapest and most effective ways to grow your business. So we talk about membership programs, we talk about educational content, and I'm going to go into deep dives on all of these. We teach our members in our cash flow club how to do these things. But the number one thing about a membership program or educational content for that matter is find out what your clients, your perfect prospects are struggling with and ask them. If you don't know, ask them. So if you've got, 1, 2, 3 clients that you really, really like, pull them in and say, hey, would you mind asking me? Would you mind if I asked you some questions? Would you mind sharing with me what else could we do to offer more value? How could we serve you? How can we help you? And you'd be amazed what can come out of that. So a good membership program, all it has to do is add some value and be easy for people to participate in. Our Cash Flow Club is an example of a membership program. And personally, I will rant all day long till I'm blue in the face. I believe that every business should have a membership program. If you think about some of the most successful companies out there, all of them have some sort of membership program. And it started with this desire to add value to their current clients. So think about what your clients want. Do they want to get first access to new stuff? Do they want behind the scenes content? What could you do? And educational content is my favorite place to start because if you are an expert and you know how to solve problems, you can create educational content that adds value to your community. So think about ways where you can, and this is what we do inside the Cash Flow Club. We brainstorm ways where we can either increase the customer average spend per purchase. So, can we add some more value? Can we get them to spend a little bit more? And the key is we're not looking to take more from our customers. We're looking to give more. And by giving more, we're going to receive more. So it's a giver's gain, the go-giver mindset. We give and we will receive. So what could we do to increase customer average spend per purchase? For example, if somebody buys a puppy, puppy's a really simple example. If somebody buys a puppy, could you sell them some care for that puppy, whether it be food, toy, a book on the care and health of the puppy? Think about how you could increase their satisfaction by them buying one more thing. Because I know for me personally, I get really annoyed when I buy something and then the thing that bugs me the most on this planet is the phrase batteries not included. I can just say this to somebody: if you don't care enough about me to give me the batteries, why should I spend my money with you? So, as an example, if somebody's buying something from you that requires batteries, maybe you could tell them upfront, or you could encourage them to buy the batteries. Because I know more than once I've gotten home, unpacked something, and went, "Oh, I have tons of double A, I have zero triple A, and this thing requires triple A. I'm going to get annoyed, go back in my car, and guess what? I'm not going back to the place I went to. I'm going to go somewhere else to get the batteries." So, one of the things you can do, just help people know they need batteries and put the batteries by the product so you don't have to go hunting. I hate those large stores where I can buy toys in one section and electronics in another, and then I got to wander around until I randomly find batteries. So make it easy for your customers to buy the things. Create bundles. With a puppy, again, you need maybe a blanket, maybe you need a bed. Create a bundle so they one set price. They get everything they need for the first month with that puppy. The next option is increase frequency of customer purchases. How could you create it, make it easy for them to come back? Amazon does a beautiful job of this with Amazon Prime. You can set your most common consumables and they just magically appear at your door. That's easier for me than having to remember, oh, I'm low on this, I need to order it. So, how could you increase the frequency of customer purchases? A big one for me is restaurants and coffee shops. What could you do to get people to come back? Maybe you have private events, maybe you have specials, maybe you have, I love one of the restaurants my wife and I frequent. They have limited time specials and it's only available. They tell their best clients in advance, and everybody else, you show up, and if it's gone, it's gone. And then the final one, and this is by far my favorite, and I ask you to ask yourself this question: if my business was to be by referral only, what would I have to change? Because I personally believe that getting referrals from your current clients is by far the cheapest and the best way to grow a business. Um, Good clients will become raving fans. That's what we're looking for. And by adding value through all of these other things that we've just talked about, we should just increase referrals naturally. So that's a high level on increasing inbound cash flow. And the reason I focus on this first is if you can increase your cash flow, it's fun, it's exciting, and it buys your attention for other things. And just to be clear, you will always get fastest results saving a dollar. So if you can reduce your outbound cash flow by a dollar, that puts a dollar in your pocket today. So that's fun, it's fast, it's exciting. But for me personally, I'd rather increase the inbound cash, because if you figure out how to bring in a dollar today and you learn how to do that over and over and over, if you increase your revenue by 1% every week, by the end of the year, your business has grown by 52%. Actually, that's wrong because it compounds, so it'll grow by more than 52%. But 1% a week is actually pretty manageable. It's pretty easy and it's not that hard to do. So think about what you would have to do to implement one of these things, or in my world, how could you implement all of these things? I look forward to comments below. And for those of you who want to go deeper, we will be covering all of these things in future podcast episodes. So you can stay tuned and you can wait until we cover these for free, or you can join us in Cash Flow Club where we're focusing on these in November. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our show. We hope that you enjoyed this episode, and we invite you to either click the link below or scan the QR code to register and listen to other episodes of our podcast. Or if you think your business or you would be a great guest to be on our show, we're always looking for experts in one of the 9 elements of holistic wellness. We'd love to have you. You can either click the link below or you can scan the QR code and complete our speaker intake form. Thank you, and to your wellness.